Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning with Dogs. My name's Kristen, this is Roscoe, and today we're going to work on stay. Hold up buddy, got you tangled. When we do stay practice with our puppies, we want them to have a really solid sit. The easier it is for them to sit, the easier the stay will be. So when we work with our puppies on stay, I get them into the sit. Roscoe, sit. Good. He gets his piece of food. You're sloppy today, buddy. Come here. Good boy, sit. If he jumps, I just wait. Good. Wait for him to remember how to sit. He is spitting out his treats. Silly dog today. Can you sit, buddy? Sit. Good boy. Good. So when I ask my puppy to stay, I start with a little circle around them. Stay, stay, stay. Good boy. When I make it all the way around, then I let him eat the little piece of food. His tongue is all over the place. I usually hold a few pieces of food at a time, but since I keep dropping them and he's like licking them out of my hand, I am just going to hold one because I don't want the food falling out of my hand to become a distraction. So if you find yourself dropping treats a lot, then just use one treat at a time and then reach in your bag, grab a new treat and start over. So when we do a stay with our puppies, the first thing they need to learn is no matter where I'm at in orientation to their body, they should stay with their butt on the floor or laying down. I've never had a competitive obedience dog, and I know there's lots of people that do that kind of work. So if you are interested in a competitive obedience dog, you'll want to do things probably a little bit different here. I call this kind of just practical life way of teaching our dogs to stay. I don't have any formality as far as if I ask them to stay in a sit and they end up laying down. I personally don't really care about that. My idea is that he is in that spot. He's not up wandering around. He's staying until I release him from that spot. So if he's tired from sitting, I have no problem if my puppy ends up laying down. Or if they're laying down and they see something that they want to get a better look at and they sit up, I don't see anything wrong with that personally. So if you need a dog that will remain in that position, then I recommend working with a positive reinforcement trainer that can get you that kind of more specific kind of button down work. So as you're working with your puppy, we want him to understand. Let's go, buddy. Can you sit? Good boy, Roscoe. We want him to understand that he needs to stay put no matter where I'm at. So I hold the treat on his nose and he kind of licks it and I repeat, Roscoe, stay. Stay, Roscoe. Stay. Good, stay. Stay. Good. Good boy. Good boy, Roscoe. So at the beginning, my hand is basically glued to his nose and he's just licking the treat the whole time while I'm circling around him and repeating the word stay. So if I also want to do it the other direction. So you can either just I like back around the circle when I do it the other direction because I'm very right-handed. But I keep my hand really close to his nose and I move the other direction. You want him to experience both ways. And it helps him just be more adaptable as his brain is experiencing new opportunities. So as we get him into the stay, and he gets a few days of practice here with me circling around him, basically attached to his nose, then I can do one where I kind of yo-yo my hand to his nose. So I'll say, Roscoe, stay. Good boy, stay. Oh, sit. Good boy, stay. Stay. Good boy, stay. Good, stay. Good. So you see how I was able to kind of lift and get my hand to kind of get away from his nose a little bit. So the goal is that we can just tell him to stay, and we could skip or cartwheel away, and he will hold that position no matter what. So we keep building it up until we can say to him, Roscoe, stay. And I can walk a circle around him, stay. Good, stay, 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 stay. Good boy. Good boy, Roscoe. Good boy. Okay. Okay, Roscoe. I always release the stay with an okay or a come. And that's super important. You need to make sure your dog knows that this is a command that is going to start and end with a command. So they learn those commands, like if you don't ever reinforce sit, should just be sit until you give the next command. You'll see dogs often that will sit, and as soon as you acknowledge the sit, they immediately bounce up. And so that dog doesn't know that there's maybe a timeline to that sit. With the stay, we want them to always know that that means stay until I give the next command. So we imprint that behavior by releasing them with an okay. Again, you can use any words you want when you're training your dog. I'm using words like stay and okay. I've heard people use different languages. I've heard things like break instead of okay. You can use anything you want. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you and your family. What matters is just the consistency of the word. You need the same word every time.